Mantidae. When the ships first appeared, they didn't fire weapons. They projected a message in every language, on every screen. We are here to help. The emissaries were tall, elegant female beings called the Kanaari. They delivered miracles. Deserts bloomed overnight. Diseases vanished with a single injection. Hunger became a history lesson. The world began cooperating under the promise of a better life. Humanity trusted them because we wanted to. Dr. Caroline Reed, a linguist working with the United Nations, was assigned to translate a Kanaari text. It was titled, "To Serve Mankind." She admired the Kanaari. She wanted the text to mean what everyone hoped it did. But as the departures increased, she discovered something hidden, a second meaning in the alien script. The word serve could mean assist or prepare as food. Caroline ran through the terminal as the last group boarded the sleek, humming vessel. She saw her brother in line. She screamed for him to get off the ship. "It's a cookbook!" she cried. Guards blocked her path as the doors sealed. Ethan smiled through the window, believing he was headed to paradise, where men were treated as royalty. Caroline watched until the sky swallowed the vessel. Ethan woke to soft light. The stars were gone. The sky was pink and blue. Outside stretched a green, glittering world. Waterfalls like silver ribbons. Forests too perfect to be real. A calm voice welcomed the passengers home. They cheered, sure they had escaped Earth's chaos forever. But the illusion broke once they disembarked. There were no cities, no homes, no human women, only glass tunnels winding through wilderness. When Ethan reached out, the air shimmered. They weren't on the planet, they were displayed on it. Handlers smiled as they locked wristbands to measure muscle mass, fat content, and stress levels. Clothes were numbered instead of named. Men were led to vast fields with endless food and perfect weather. They were encouraged to eat as much as they liked. The happier they became, the greener their wristbands glowed. One night, a young man asked when they would be shown the great cities they were promised. A caretaker tapped his wristband. It flashed red. By morning, he was gone. Ethan discovered a cold metallic building far from the fields. Inside were humans lying in glowing pods, cataloged, packaged. A bin nearby overflowed with red remains. He tried not to scream, but the vibration triggered alarms. A caretaker glided toward him and soothed his panic with a chilling truth. "We are serving mankind. Your bodies bring nourishment and delight. Your sacrifice ensures peace greater than your own." The planet of Eve had no males except for rare births. Their Y chromosomes had vanished. The Kanaari could reproduce alone, but males were celebrated like gods. Human DNA was similar enough to restore their biology, and by consuming men, they absorbed their traits. Their plan was simple: cohabitate with males, keep them happy, then eat them. Happiness improved flavor and nutrient value. Ethan was captured and dragged to the preparation hall. Restraints clamped around his wrists. Just before his fate was sealed, a screen flickered to life. Caroline appeared. She had exposed everything. The truth spread across Earth. Resettlement centers were destroyed. Protests erupted. The peace treaty crumbled. Her voice broke through the static. She told Ethan there was a control tower on Eve, and if he shut it down, the farms would collapse. Alarms wailed. He had a mission now. At dawn, rebels reached the tower. The entrance opened and locked behind them. Sorel, the once beloved ambassador, appeared. He told them they were honored. Their sacrifice prevented war. They nourished the future. He insisted no purpose could be greater. But Ethan refused. He thrust his wristband into the console. The system glitched, then shut down completely. Across Eve, the domes broke. The artificial skies shattered. Men ran into open air, free for the first time. They had won freedom, but they were still stranded, light years from home. The fight for mankind had only just begun.
Wither. It was a miracle pill, they said. The news outlets and entertainment media boasted about the newest diet craze. Just 3 pills a year and you can eat whatever you want. Sarah Trukowski repeated that line to herself the night she took her first dose. As she washed it down with cold water, she smiled. 24, newly promoted, tired of mirrors and calorie math, and loving her fast food. The pill was chalky, harmless looking, but promised freedom. Just 1 week in and the fat came off fast. Too fast. Within 2 weeks, her clothes sagged like a loose tarp. The compliments followed. "You're glowing. You look amazing." "Damn, girl." And Sarah accepted them without a flinch. She looked amazing and felt amazing. By the second pill, the hunger started. Not the craving kind, but a hollow, echoing need that food never reached. She ate burgers at midnight, cake for breakfast, yet her arms thinned, skin clinging tighter each day. It was really working. Her frame softened, then slackened, then seemed to shrink inward, as if something underneath were being erased by the day. As time went by, at the gym, weights she once lifted easily now refused her grip. Muscles trembled, then failed. Trainers told her she was overworking herself. Doctors told her tests for the weakness were unremarkable. She was still determined to order her next dose. The automated hotline played soothing music and thanked her for trusting science. Despite the extremes, this pill was what Sarah believed in. Indeed, it was science, but by the third dose, the mirror became cruel. Her face sharpened, cheekbones biting through skin. Green veins mapped themselves along her neck and under her eyes. Her skin was a hue of sickly gray. When she flexed, the flesh tightened around her bones, leaving their fleshy imprints. Sarah hesitated, just long enough to notice her reflection breathing shallowly, ribs rising like fingers from beneath her chest. Fat was long gone. Muscle had followed, fed upon molecule by molecule. The pill hadn't stopped hunger, it had redirected it, and actually increased it. She ate like she never ate before. Cakes, burgers, fries, milkshakes. If you put it in front of her, she'd feed on it. However, she was simply tired of being hungry all the time. How is this possible, she thought. The truth was that with every bite, every swallow, and every calorie, the medication stimulated her metabolism to eat any and every trace of fat within her body. And when there was no fat, her muscle mass was next. The more hunger increased, the more she lost. Soon her bones became brittle and walking was painfully unbearable. Not long after, she was bedbound. Then came the ulcerative sores when her fat, muscles, and bone was not enough. She was slowly dissolving with every meal she consumed in an attempt to alleviate her aggressive, painful hunger. Weeks later, her apartment was found untouched. Clothes lay folded on the bed. Phone charged, no sign of struggle, just a rancid smell and empty food wrappers with food delivery stickers and receipts. What was left as any signs of Sarah was a faint, dark, greasy depression in the mattress. The pill had worked more than anyone had ever imagined. She had managed to eat all she wanted and lose weight. But in the extreme of things, Sarah Trakowski was no more. She had withered to nothing. She was gone. Sarah had lost herself.